Hello and welcome to Montunos Part 2 from LatinPianoLessons.com. In this lesson, it's probably going to be a series of lessons. We're probably going to end up having about 2 DVDs worth of lessons for this Part 2 section. What I'm going to be going through is I'm going to go through the 3-2 clave some more. I'm going to explain how to combine 1 and 5-7 chords. We're going to do some different progressions. I'm going to show you the 2-5 Montunos. I'm going to show you how to do those descending 2-5 Montunos. We're going to get into some of those resolutions, 6-5, 4-3, root to 7, and so on and so forth. So we have a lot of ground to cover in this second series of Montunos from LatinPianoLessons.com. So before you get started, just to make sure that this is the right DVD for you, make sure that you know how to do those Montunos that we did here in the first part, stuff like this. Make sure you're comfortable with that, and then also we're doing those with octaves and stuff. If you're not comfortable with that or you haven't done that yet, then definitely take a look at the Montunos Part 1 series because I go through all of that there. If you don't understand what the 3-2 clave is, the 2-3 clave, etc., same thing. Check out the Part 1 series and it explains all of it in a lot of detail. All right, so I'll see you in the first chapter and we'll get started. All right, so let's take a look at this first one-chord Montuno. By the way, if you haven't downloaded the music, make sure that you download it. If you've gotten a DVD, you can download the music. If you're a member, as long as your membership entitles you to downloading music, you can download the music. So I would definitely suggest getting that because it will really help, help pull everything together for you. Anyway. Let me go ahead through, I'm going to play it, and then we'll break it down. So here we go. All right. Now, in the 3-2 clave, what you'll notice, well, let me do the 2-3 clave first, and then it'll kind of make a little bit more sense to you. So the first measure is second measure. So the second measure, you can hear all of those upbeats, right? Whereas the first measure, you can hear the first 2 downbeats. Dun, 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 okay? You can hear those downbeats. And that is significant because it's going to let you know, am I playing a 3-2 clave or am I playing a 2-3 clave? So something like this where we're starting on those upbeats, it really kind of lets you know that, hey, wait a second, this is a 3-2 clave. Now, there's something that you need to know about this 3-2 clave, in that a lot of times what people would do is they'll start, and instead of having that 8th note rest in the beginning, they'll actually play a note there. So you have an 8th note, then into a quarter note. All right, so it'll be something like this. All right, and they do that just for the beginning measure, just for the first measure. So in that first measure where there's that 8th rest, what they would end up having is they would have that 8th note there instead. And which 8th note would they choose? Well, they'd choose whatever the last 8th note is in the 2 measure, okay, in the 2 side. So if we have, right, we have that C. So we just start with the C, okay, and then you hear from then forward we don't do it anymore, all right? That just makes it a little bit easier to be able to start a 3-2 clave rather than. Now, since you're doing the left-hand bass, it's not too difficult to start on the upbeat. But if you were just playing hands together and not playing the bass, then it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more challenging. So that's why you would start. You would start with that eighth note into the quarter note. All right. Another way of seeing the two side is you look for that ba-ba. I talked about that in the first lesson, and you know you can always hear that ba-bum, ba-dum, ba-um, ba-um. Okay, so oops, right, da-da, right, and that ba-bum, that second one is the downbeat of the two side of the clave. All right, so let's try playing this. We're going to have some opportunities to work with the 3-2 clave some more. So let's just go ahead through and play this. It's E, G, A, C, C, E, G, A, C, and then we start over again. And remember, like I said, if you want to start right at the beginning, you can do this. C, E, G. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the clave here so we can listen to it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, right? So let's try doing this.